my channel vivasworld. This is Vinita here, and today we will be discussing about a very common topic, a general topic, about dancers. There is always a question when it comes to the characteristics or essentials of being a dancer. Now, a dancer or a Pathra should have all the good and positive qualities of being a dancer, wherein an Apathra is a dancer who should not be having a characteristics of not being a dancer. So, to begin with, the characteristics or features of a Pathra, a good dancer. First of all, he or she should be knowledgeable about the art forms. He or she should be an art lover, a sincere and dedicated dancer, and of course should have knowledge about the particular art form that he or she has been practicing. And followed by, yes, definitely knowledge about rhythm, tempo, speed, talam, musical aspects, natvangam, and so on. A dancer or a Pathra should be able to express the sentiments and the emotions when it comes to a dance performance, which means he or she should be really expressive to bring out the inner emotions when it comes to a performance. And of course, grasping skill is very much important, and being confident enough, witty, pleasing, and knowing where to begin and where to end when it comes to a performance, accompanied by the vocal and the musical instruments. We call it orchestra. He or she, when a dancer is being accompanied by a live musicians, a live orchestra, definitely he or she should know when, where to start and when, where to end, to stop. Followed by the physical features of becoming a good Pathra. Definitely a dancer is being expected to have a slim body, beautiful eyes, beautiful or wide eyes, and a beaming, pleasant face. Then of course, he or she should have a splendid dressing sense, and of course they should carry, or I should say they should possess a happy countenance. Now when it comes to the characteristics or features of a Pathra, there is nothing much to talk about an Apathra, because a Pathra who has all the characteristics or features an Apathra would not have. So all that I discussed about the characteristics and features of a Pathra, an Apathra will not have. And on top of it, most of it we look into the physical features of a dancer. So definitely an Apathra is someone who has the spotted eyes and scanty hair, having a hunchback, and either very tall or very short, neither very fat or very thin, who doesn't have a pleasant voice, because having a good voice is also very much important for any dancer, because at some point of time when he or she pursues her passion as a profession, definitely a dancer should be able to recite and sing when it comes to teaching, performing and practicing. So definitely having a pleasant voice is also is one of the important features of a Pathra. So definitely an Apathra will not have that, and somebody who is unfit for dance can be called as Apathralakshana. Now, this is just a basic information that I have shared, the characteristics and features of a Pathra and an Apathralakshana. But definitely I would like to bring out few things, because those days, or maybe even now, few of us have the mentality thinking that a dancer is always someone who is very slim and who has a very good physical features, and so on. But for those who think that way, I would definitely like to correct you, because in today's world we do not see a dancer we don't see someone who is very fat cannot be a dancer, or someone who is very fat cannot be a performing artist, or cannot be a guru, or whatever. Because out of my personal experience, I would like to say that I have personally seen a lot of dancers or gurus who are healthy. That's the word I would like to describe them. They are healthy. Being fat or thin is not something, it is not something that you have to point out when it comes to the features of a dancer. Because there are people who have done a tremendous job and who have achieved so much in the dance field, who are healthy and who are still learners, practitioners, guru, examiners and so on. They all set a live example for people who think, I am fat, can I dance? Or am I fit to be a dancer? There is always a question mark like this for a few of them who think just because they are fat, can they become a dancer, or can they perform and so on. Definitely for them I would like to tell you something. In today's world, please do not bring your physical features. It is the commitment, the dedication, the willpower to learn the art form is what matters. So, I would like to end with the characteristics or features of a Pathra and a Pathra. Moving on to the essentials of a dancer. Now, when we talk about essentials of a dancer, this is a little bit similar to the characteristics and features of a Pathra. However, there is more. When it comes to a dancer, he or she should have agility, steadiness, a good memory power, endurance, the glancing eyes, rekha, practice in Brahmari movements, and the most important essential that I would like to point out is devotion. towards the art form. Yes, he or she, if we have to be a successful or a blessed dancer, devotion towards the art form is very much important, and that is where a dancer proves himself or herself being a successful dancer. And most importantly, yes, a dancer should be able to present or perform a dance, possessing all these qualities in him or her. So, to give a last statement about Apathra and Apathra, a competent dancer is called Apathra, where his or her abilities are called Pathralakshana, and an incompetent dancer is called an Apathra, where his or her abilities, disabilities are called Apathralakshana. Now, we also have something called as the external and internal elements of a dancer. External element of a dancer is called the Bahihi pranas, and the internal elements of a dancer is called as the Anta pranas. If we have to mention few of the Bahihi pranas, that is the external elements of a dancer, that could be tuning, melodious cymbals, songs, mridangam, violin, veena, flute, and so on. When it comes to the internal elements of a dancer, that is the Anta pranas, that could be alertness, stability, balance, stance, ease, intellect, what more? A sweet talk, a pleasant voice, sweet talk, and of course knowledge about the dance and music, and so on. I hope this session was helpful to know what are the characteristics or features of a dancer, essentials of a dancer, and of course the external and internal elements of a dancer. Wait for more interesting videos. Thank you for watching. Thanks again.